Ever since NZXT introduced their CAM 2.0 software back in 2015, they've been working steadily on improving and expanding its functionality, including introducing a wide range of components that integrates with its control and monitoring features. One of their biggest hits to date was the NZXT Hue Plus, an SSD-sized RGB LED controller that helped usher in the golden age of computer lighting and customization that we enjoy today. Not one to rest on their laurels, NZXT recently refreshed the Hue and expanded its reach to outside of your PC tower, and now we have this, the Hue 2. Got one of these and need to know how to cool it? Check out Enermax's all-new Lictech TR42 series of coolers, featuring a full-cover copper baseplate, rubber vibration-dampening radiator pads, and an all-new block top design with addressable RGBs. The Lictech is designed specifically for the new Threadripper 2 series of CPUs and comes in both 240 and 360mm flavors. Check out the link in the video description to learn more. When the CAM software began to become more widely used, it was mostly because it allowed for system temperature monitoring in a new and fun interface. It could also give you some more information if you let it, like in-game FPS and pop-up temperature alerts. Today, CAM is up to version 3.7.3 and lets you do all kinds of stuff, including even GPU overclocking if you'd rather not use a separate program like MSI Afterburner. There's also now a whole host of CAM-powered products, from lighting to fans and coolers, cases, power supplies, and even motherboards. But the centerpiece of NZXT's ecosystem has always been this guy, Hue. The original Hue Plus unit was slightly larger and slightly bolder. It occupied the same footprint, but was a little fatter, had gloss plastic on top, along with a power indicator LED. On initial release and for a good time afterward, it was actually sold out virtually everywhere as people scrambled to add easily controllable lighting strips to the inside of their PC towers, just like these. Hue 2 takes that concept and expands on it. Literally. There are now two separate ways you can buy the Hue 2. The first is the traditional type, just like this. A Hue 2 controller box that comes with 4 light strips, the requisite wiring, and a Molex power adapter. This is meant to be installed inside your PC tower, like this one right over here, tucked away on an SSD mount and connected up via a USB 2.0 motherboard header. The new hotness, however, is this, the Hue 2 Ambient Light Kit. In this box, you get a separate control box along with 8 LED light strips of different lengths. Power this time is provided by an AC power adapter that plugs into the wall, and the control feed is handled by an external USB cable, this one right here. Regardless of if you choose to use the internal setup, the external setup, or both, they integrate with the CAM software seamlessly and are basically instantly recognized as soon as you plug them in. One of the differences between this generation and the last generation is that all of the LEDs are now individually addressable, and with the Hue 2 supporting up to 6 accessories and 40 LEDs per channel, you can basically light your entire desk with RGB strips if you really want to. The new kit on the block though is the Ambient Light Kit, and I have set that up right here to demo the installation and some of the lighting modes. The first thing that you'll notice is that the light strips themselves are both not perfectly straight and not 100% adhered. This is an issue I've seen from not only Hue products, but from most light strips on the market. The adhesive just isn't strong enough to hold them in place. I recommend using something like Gorilla Tape instead, which will hold much more firmly. I actually set this up last night and came downstairs to film it this morning to find all of the light strips just sitting on the desk. It's definitely an issue, it's kind of annoying, and I wish that some company would actually stop using the cheap 3M adhesive tape and get something a little more substantial in place. I wish NZXT had done that for this generation. As a result, we see the top strip kind of sagging down a little bit and the side strips partially dangling all over the place. Of course, this doesn't impact functionality, and as I mentioned before, the control unit syncs up with the CAM software almost instantly, and switching lighting profiles requires minimal effort on the part of the end user. These effects are meant to fire back from the monitor housing onto your wall, creating an ambient glow in whatever color or pattern you prefer. Some of the presets are rather aggressive in either speed or intensity, and I could see them getting kind of distracting if you left them in their stock configuration. Luckily, you can customize the lighting to your preference, including talking to each LED on the strip and assigning different colors, as well as adjusting the speed of the pattern. One of the coolest features about the ambient lighting kit is, of course, actual contextual ambient light. Like we're seeing from companies like Corsair and Cooler Master, NZXT is introducing this functionality with Hue 2, meaning that the software knows what's on the screen and tells the lighting strips to replicate that color behind the monitor, almost working to blend the scene being displayed into your physical surroundings. I think that honestly, if I were to use the ambient light kit on my monitor in my office, it would likely be set to just a static color. Even though I have a lot of rainbow wave action going on inside my PC tower, the vast majority of the time that I'm at my system is to do some sort of productivity work, likely video editing. I think a color shifting background that I'm staring at all the time would be detrimental to my workflow. But to be fair, I'm probably not the target audience for this kind of effect. Gamers and those consuming large amounts of video content regularly will likely find it very immersive. I think that overall I lean more towards letting my fans and other installed components provide lighting inside my case because I just hate dealing with wire clutter. But maybe I'm just an old man now yelling at kids to get their RGB off my lawn. The Hue 2 seems to be a strict improvement on an already solid design that provides additional functionality, external connectivity, and more precise control. Is it something that you're interested in? Does the new ambient light kit appeal to you? Or is it something you don't think that you'd ever use? Let me know down below in the comments. Also, don't forget to get subscribed to the channel if you're not already, and you can grab some new BPS Customs merchandise at the link in the description, or even become a part of our Patreon community if you'd like. As always, guys, thanks for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.